Good morning, everyone. This is Bill MacDonald, the Common Sense Math Doctor, using your five senses and hopefully a little bit of faith to see and to say and to smell and to hear and to touch kinesthetically the mathematics problems. So if you raise your hand, you're going to find out the reason why most students struggle with this problem. It had 5 steps that your kids had to go through in order to get it correct. And if some kids have struggles with one step, then you're gonna have to break it down, break it down into one step at a time and figuring out the order of the steps. So let's find out why this problem, a 3rd grade readiness, 4th grade supporting standard. Let me look at it real quick. It got 44% correct in Texas in 2019, one like it in May. So I made a very rigorous problem with the same 5 steps. Hopefully your kids will be able to practice with this with you and be confident in each step of the way that they need to get through to get to the process. So let's take a look at the problem so that we can show you a way on how to solve it. So there we have the problem, lots of numbers, but I want you to notice something. Every number has a keyword: 35 pounds, 15 pounds lighter, 10 pounds heavier, difference, you subtract. Jessica's backpack. We already found out there's Jessica up there. Combine, put it together. Jennifer and Jada's backpack. So we have to be able to see that we're always talking with numbers that have the same keyword. So when you notice that, when kids who struggle, you look at the bottom of the mathematics chart, on the lower left-hand side of the place value, it does say same plus or minus. Whenever the kids see that the keywords are the same when they're struggling, they have to know that they have to add, subtract, or in this case, both add and subtract. So let's read the question so that we can underline and understand it. We'll read the problem to understand it. We'll label the same. We use the highlighter. Then we'll start to evaluate and execute our strategies, eliminate 3 wrong answers, and select the right answer in the book, the Scantron, or the submission. Okay, I believe in reading the question first. Let's see what it says. What was the difference? Difference, watch me in the corner. You subtract. You make a subtraction symbol. So one of the steps has to be subtraction between the weight of Jessica's backpack. And so look for Jessica and you plug it in, 35 pounds, keyword pounds, and the combined weight come together right now. What are we combining? It says Jennifer's and Jada's backpack. Let's put those 2 together. There's Jennifer's, but here's the problem. It said that Jennifer's was 15 pounds lighter. So the first step you're gonna have to figure out, lighter means less. So 35 that we knew from Jessica, take away 15. So Jennifer's backpack weighs 20 pounds. Jada's backpack was 10 pounds heavier than Jennifer's. So now that we know Jennifer's 20 heavier, how much more you subtract something, or you subtract, so you can combine, you can combine the difference between them. Their difference is 10, but if we're wanting to find out her weight, in this case, you would add, if it's 10 pounds heavier, it's 10 pounds more than Jennifer. So 20 plus 30, Jada's is 30 pounds. And so a little extra practice. See if you want to put them from least to greatest. Jennifer's weighs 20 because it was 15 pounds lighter than Jessica's. Jada's is 30 because it was 10 pounds heavier than Jennifer's. And Jessica's didn't really need any work. We just heard that it was 35 pounds. So now that we've done that, our next step is to say, okay, what is the difference you subtract? So I went ahead and showed you here on the graphic organizer my chart. So let's take a look at how you break down the steps. And here we have Jess. Hers is 35 pounds. You just have to be able to read and transfer the information. Jen's was 15 pounds less. So 35 minus 15 equals 20, the number, and pounds, the keyword, pounds and pounds. Jada's was 10 pounds heavier. So 20, then Jennifer, plus 30 equals 30 pounds. What was the difference you subtract between the combined weight of between the weight of Jessica's backpack, which was the 35, and the combined weight of Jennifer's and Jada. So when we combined the 30 and the 20, we get 50. And so we have to remember that when we subtract, you put the big number in the top. 50 combined Jennifer and Jada minus 35. Jessica's by herself. Difference you subtract. So there's your subtraction, 15 pounds. So the answer is 15 pounds. So since it didn't have a multiple choice, that was one of the reasons your kids struggled. So it would be a 10 in the 1 in the tens place, meaning 10, 5 in the ones. And if you want to do that extra strategy, and 0, you say the number, and then you say its address, 0 tenths, 15, and nothing else. So you could either leave it as 15, or you could remind your kids that every whole number has a decimal at the end. So that is one way to solve a 4 to 5 step problem, is kind of break it down into a chunk that you can handle like that. I'll go ahead and click the link to the 3rd grade practice problems along with the 4th grade for you. So in the YouTube link, go ahead and look for that link and share it with your friends. Several of you have purchased it. I'll go ahead and put in the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade problems from various years when I worked with different grade levels in math. So email me at writing_doctor@yahoo.com. Let me remind you that on the folder itself, when you purchase the product, you'll always get the test itself, and you'll get 8.5 by 11 versions of this mathematics chart where your kids can laminate and do it the same way I did. You'll email me at writing_doctor@yahoo.com if you want any answers to your questions, or if you would like me to model specific strategies in your particular test. I'll go out of order for you. Right now I'm just doing them according to the ones that gave your kids the most trouble. And if you want to join the the math club in Facebook, Common Sense Math. If you don't have Facebook, or your Facebook is blocked at your school, when you type the words writing_doctor@yahoo.com, I'll be able to tag you with my link to all of the videos, specifically the ones that you're looking at in that particular video on my YouTube page. God bless you guys. Have yourselves a great weekend. I hope you're doing well.